It's all about the benefits for someone who has high levels of narky tendencies. What is the maximum amount that they can get from a person, and how little do they have to do to get it? If a narcissist can get away with it, you'll work your fingers to the bone while they kick back and they cash in. Speaking of cashing in, financial exploitation is one of the most common things that will happen with a narcissist and their supply sources. Each narcissist, of course, is driven by something different. However, there's only so many things that will drive a narc: money, power, sex, attention. That pretty much sums it up. Those driven by money will resort to all sorts of different manipulation. It's always important to be on the lookout for grown adults who always seem to need a handout. Covert narcissists are very good at pretending to be the poor little victim to take advantage of people and play on their sympathies. Narcs can attempt to get power of attorney, have control over funds. The level they will stoop to, there there's just really no limit. Narcs are going to resort to, we're talking embezzlement. They're going to forge paperwork, falsify records, flat out deny people access to money and all kinds of property that rightfully belongs to them. Lawsuits to try to cash in on money that they don't deserve, refusing to leave a home that they don't own, despite the fact they've been living there for free, refusing to go. And the list goes on and on. A lot of times, older folks are taken advantage of, and things like signing over something to the narcissist without the victim really knowing what's happening can totally be going on. Very disgusting behavior. I shared a story about catching the narcissist that I was with and the exploitation of people on some charity fundraising website that I won't name. He was inventing sob stories, pretending that family members that he didn't even have had died, pretending that he needed money for funerals and services, and he took thousands of dollars in donations from people who were giving cash out of the goodness of their hearts while he sat on his ass and collected. Super gross behavior. Another place where a lot of exploitation is happening is in marriages with narcs. First of all, a narc doesn't even get married for love or commitment or to start a life with this person. Getting married ensures nothing more than long term supply. The more intertangled you get with someone like this, of course, the harder it is to untangle. Expensive too, which is why a lot of times people don't have a choice. They just stay married to the narcissist. Financial exploitation and abuse is, of course, a really common theme in marriages as well. Most narcs are marrying, I hate to say it, but for the perks and the benefits that come with it. However, there are narcs who get married because they're actually more concerned with what they're entitled to after the marriage is over. Sometimes it actually benefits a narcissist not to stay married, just to get married and then get divorced. This can work in relationships as well, but because finances and things come together more so in a marriage and there's law and everything involved, marriage is just so much worse. But this can absolutely happen in a situation where you're not necessarily married to the narcissist. If you'd like to share your story and talk with a fellow survivor, you can set up a chat session with me. Steps to stop ruminating, breaking a trauma bond, and go no contact are all available for those who want to work on something specific. However, if you just need someone to listen and chat with casually while you vent in a safe place, I'm here for that too. You can call or text 833-288-4076 to get information or set up an appointment. You can also get a link to my website where you can read about my chats and how they work, and you can book there. If you don't want to do that, my website link is available for you right now down in the video description. And don't forget, as always, if you don't want to do that, you can always send an email to bookachatwithjess@gmail.com and get your information and book a chat through there. A narcissist is always going to try to get something for nothing from everybody. It's usually in a romantic relationship. It is easier to get things from people when it's romantic, but keep in mind it doesn't always have to be. However, in relationships, narcissists will absolutely blackmail you for something, and sometimes it's something absolutely ridiculous. For example, give me $1 million, or I'm going to release these photos I have of you, something like that. Yeah, you don't have $1 million. Here's the thing, that's not really what the narcissist is after. Sure, $1 million would be great, but they demand something that they know that you can't do on purpose. And then they dangle something really sensitive or embarrassing over your head, threatening to do something that could be humiliating, that could hurt your reputation, or more. Sometimes what a narcissist is after is just to be mean, just to punish you, just for some kind of revenge. So they'll just say something absolutely ridiculous to try to scare you, to try to put you on edge, and they don't even necessarily really want what they're asking for. What they want is to watch you panic, to watch you sweat, and to watch you struggle. Narcs will also pull in their flying monkeys to do their dirty work while they cash in. This is really good when the narc wants information. They send out the monkeys to fish around, spy, make a social media account, maybe even reach out to you and approach you to get information on behalf of the narcissist. This also helps the narc feel super powerful. They've orchestrated this whole thing. They can kick back and let the information just roll in. Great gatherers of information, unfortunately, can also be a narc's kids or stepkids. They will absolutely exploit children for money, information, using them as a bargaining chip. They can fight over visitation when they don't even want it. Survivor, a lot of times when a narcissist is fighting with you about something, it's not even something that's necessarily important to them. They're fighting with you about this because it's important to you. And what would really make them happy is not more time with the kids, not half of the house, not half of the assets. It's just so that you don't have whatever it is. Children might be told to ask the other parent questions about specific things to bring back more information. There's also something called Munchausen syndrome by proxy, where an adult will fake an illness in somebody else, typically one of their children, although it can be another proxy, their parents or something like that. Munchausen syndrome, again, you've probably heard of it. It's when folks make themselves sick or they say that they're sick. Many parents make up fake stories about their kids, their spouses, whoever they can get, and they will carry that and work that angle as long as they possibly can. This can give amazing benefits. Money rolls in, especially, if a child is sick, come on, who wants an innocent kid to be sick? The money pours in, the gifts, the cards, the donations, maybe a place to stay. Oh, and let's not forget all the glory of how difficult it is to be a parent raising a sick kid. Narcs have a dirty, disgusting, underhanded way of dealing with people and exploitation to get what they want. You are never going to be seen as a person. You're only ever seen as a list of what you have to offer, goods and services. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, Survivor, and take care of yourself.